Right, this is going to be really tricky for me, trying to talk about the note replacements on a key of a box that I don't play. But okay, let's start off with, let's take the voice out. So that is my E minor chord. And that's my fifth, my third, and my root. If I take the root out and play the second instead, we end up with E minor add 2. So that's my root, third, and second. But if I like that, I can keep the root and the second. Sorry, I beg your pardon. The fifth, the third, and the second. I can play the fifth, the second, and the root. So switching between those two. Both of these are chord notes, the third and the root. And it depends which one I replace, what sort of sound I get. So there's my straight E minor chord. There's replacing the root with the second. And there's replacing the third with the second. And once I know where my third is, I can also replace it with the fourth and have a sus chord instead, sus4 chord. So this is E sus4. And again, once I know that that's my fifth, I can put the sixth in and the third in. So a lot of people might not like these, but it happens to be something I want to get better at. So those are the ones for E minor. So if we now have a look at the ones for D. Okay, so there's my straight D chord, my fifth and my root. So there's my third, but if I want to take the third out, I can get a sus2 chord. I'm playing a deliberate 7/8 pattern on purpose because I sort of think it goes with the richer harmonies. Or just hold it against the bass chord. Okay. So again, I know that's my fifth and my third. I'm going to put my second in this time, but I'm not going to play it with the roots. I'm going to have the third in. So it's an added second now. Some people might think of it as a ninth chord. There was my ninth chord, and now there's my fifth, there's my root. I'm going to put a sus4 chord instead. So I've taken the third and moved it to the fourth. And this time I'm going to take the fifth out and put the sixth in. Well, there we know what that chord is. It's the B minor chord. So that's all the stuff for D. So let's have a look at things for A minor. Okay, just I'm finding my location. We know that's the straight minor chord. I'm going to play it with the cross chording, and I'm going to take my root and move it down to the seventh there. So there's the third, there's the root, make it the seventh, put the fifth in. And now I know it's my third, so I can add my fourth, add the seventh. So I'm going to go back to thinking, okay, it's my third. And I'm going to put in major ninth, which of course against the minor third gives us that semitone. And there's the 7th. Or I can play the straight minor triad on top of it. And then we get an added ninth chord there. So that's an E minor over an A minor 7. So that's it for the A minors. E minor. Okay, so let's have a think. There's my B root, but I'm going to take it out and put the 7th in instead. So effectively, that's a D chord over my B bass. And this time I'm going to keep the root in, add this 7th, and add the 5th in, no third. And there I've got my root, my 5th, flattened 6th, no third. Might add my thumb. Or my root, my 7th, and my 4th, which is a nice open sounding chord. So the whole point really is that if I know which notes I've got in, I know which notes to take out. There's my root, take it out, put a 7th in. There's my third, take it out, put the 4th in. Okay, so that's the B minor ones. So on to the C ones now. So I know that if I can play an A minor against a C, there's my A minor chord, change the bass note to a C, and we've got the 6ths. Or I can play a D chord against, what am I talking about, an E chord against it, an E minor chord against it, and get a major 7th chord. So that's my chord. First time, replace the 5th with the 6th. Second time, replace the root with a major 7th. I know that's my root, so that's my 2nd. So now I've got an added sus 2nd chord. And here is a flat 5 chord, which is probably a bit too crunchy for most people. So there's my root, there's my 2nd. That's flat 5. There's my 5th. There's my flat 5. Or root, 7th, 5th. One of the things that might be worth trying as well is when you've got a chord going, just try reversing the bellows without knowing what's going to come out, because sometimes you find a really good chord in the other direction. So those are the C chords. I'm going to look at the G chords to finish with. So there's the standard chord. I know that's my C, so I can replace it with a major 7th. What does it sound like with that one? I can go up a bit, play the C in that position. That's my third. Take that out, and then I've got a sus2 chord. Well, I've got my third back in and my root. Put the major seventh in there. So I did have major seventh with a fifth, no root. Now I'm going to have, there's the root, major seventh, much closer together. There's my fifth, there's my third, there's my second, so that's more of a ninth chord. Or I can have, there's my pull E minor chord, but there's also one on the push on my box, and so I could play C6. G6. Most people won't have that one because I've got my D's and E's reversed. So those are some of the things you can do, but for me the beauty is, once I know not just the shape, because I think the shape just leaves your mind behind a little bit. It's very handy, I'm sure, a bit like knowing chord shapes on the guitar. The shape is really handy, but if you actually know where the root is, you can replace it with a seventh or a ninth. And it just gives you a bit more choice. But I'm a long way from getting these ingrained.